Today we are exploring Arizona's lake country. So I guess you had no idea, maybe uneducated, uninformed, that Arizona has lake country. I use that in the loosest, most baggy, misshapen form of the term. We're up on Coconino National Forest. Take a little forest road ride and pass by a few of the things they call lakes up here. I just used a four-wheel drive off-road manual to pick out the route today. Had it for years. Used to really be a go-to for planning routes and stuff when Google Earth wasn't quite what it was or what it is. And I don't even know if it's in print anymore. But it's a good resource. Some of the trails are gone or rerouted. You gotta have to watch for that. And it didn't completely go devoid of technology. I used the waypoints from the manual to plot out tracks on Google Earth. It's a real pretty section up through here. The embedded rock's got the back end jumping around. We're coming up on Long Lake here. Oh boy. Does not look like Long Lake is laking very much. thought they were getting precipitation up here. We have not, down in the desert, had really any precipitation to speak of. Well, with the lake empty, it's pretty peaceful out here. I suppose there's not much to do if the lake's all empty. So the lake used to wrap around there just a little bit, right in that direction, and it used to come just about right up to these pinyon pines, and you can see the mud flat that's out there now, but the high water mark's way over here. I mean, it is all but completely dry, and I'm assuming that's just drought conditions. I said I was using the term lake country loosely. I didn't know how loosely it would be. I haven't heard anything that they've drained the lake or anything like that. I'm just assuming that they haven't got enough rain over the summertime. I know they had a pretty good snowfall here last year, so I'd assume probably back in the spring they probably had a full lake. Haven't been up here in a few years anyway, and last time I was up here it was a lake. There was water and everything, fish, people, stuff like that. The vast majority of today's ride is going to be on dirt, about 65 miles if we do the entire track. We'll have a little pavement right around Mormon Lake. Because Mormon Lake is, they need access. There's a town there, private property, stuff like that. Campground, rodeo ground. And then we'll pop back on dirt after that. Then again, I might bail at Mormon Lake. This looks like it'll get us to Soldier Lake. Anybody need a bed for an old Ford pickup? old building. Looks like an old ranch house. We like old buildings. Well, looks like we got a twofer today. We got this old building like I mentioned, and right over there is Soldier Lake. Let's put our investigatory skills to work here. Looks like the cattle like it just fine. There's poop all over the place. Some kind of ranch house. Official boot scraper. At least this slab was poured in 6/5/52. I think this ranch house probably dates to the 20s or so, probably earlier than that. Not sure what that is. Nice little porch. That's probably maybe the wood area, wood shed. Looks like they had a little stock pen behind here. Water tanks. You can tell by the tar paper in the side. See if we can hop inside here. Man, low clearance. Doesn't seem to be too bad. I don't know, this place isn't too molested. No, I spoke too soon. Got some old White Claw cans up there and a bunch of Sharpie graffiti. Too bad. Everybody's got to leave their mark, I guess. Once you get in here, it's not too bad. And these doorways could use a few more inches. Yeah, it's pretty soft in there. I'd say that must have been the bedroom, and this was the kitchen and living area. Some old linoleum on the floor. Pretty nice digs. See what's on the back side over here. Not too much. Pretty fairly modern looking stock pen. Looks like stuff out of the 50s or 60s anyway. Another little structure over here. I don't know if that was part of the, yeah. See that hole right there? That was the outhouse. Fell right off her foundation there. Yeah, I'm sure some good morning constitutionals happened in there. Okay, let's wander over to the lake. It's a little tough walking or rolling around on this ground. You can see the embedded lava rock. When I understand, folks came up here to try to farm, and they thought these were just like glacial debris or something like that, and you could just clear these off, make a wall like you do back east or in the UK or Europe. And these things are just embedded in the soil deeply. After this layer, clear off some dirt, and there's more rocks. So right over my shoulder is Soldier Lake. Well, it has a little bit more of the lake effect to it. Well, let's bump and lump our way back out of here. I almost aired down the tires earlier, and glad I didn't. Kind of half knowing that it was going to be rocky, just didn't know it was going to be this rocky. Well, we'll stop at any lake we see, but had some major ones in here. I know there's some that dot the landscape that are smaller, but ones I had in mind were Long Lake and Soldier Lake and Kanika Lake and Mormon. This is some pretty nasty stuff. About 4 miles as the crow flies from Kanika Lake. I don't know how much the camera picked up how nasty that was back there. We ain't over with it yet. There's several miles of that rocky, ledgy, goose rock stuff. That's quite a workout. don't think we're done with it yet. Pretty meadow up here. At about 11 o'clock you can see a hazy San Francisco peaks right over that way. Well, I have to tell you, that last 8 or 9 miles, whatever it was, kicked my butt. There was no real brakes. It was just real rocky, embedded rock, ledgy, uphill, downhill. Oh, that's not bad for a mile or two, but that was a long way. So anywho, right behind my shoulder is Kanika Lake. And I'm gonna walk over there. This one's got water in it, as you can see. This is a real popular lake too. You wouldn't know it by today, but this is a real popular lake. I think they stock it, I'm not sure. A buddy of mine, him and a bunch of his buddies and their families come up here, and apparently there's crawdads, mud bugs, whatever you want to call them, in there, and there's enough to feed it looked like maybe 25 or 30 people. So there is stuff in there to get, but pretty cool little lake. I've never seen it without water. Probably sure that there's been times that there hasn't been. I think most of these lakes are fed from winter runoff, so it's not like they're spring fed or something like that. I'm going to jump back on and head over to Mormon Lake. Well, it's about 9 miles. As the crow flies over to Mormon Lake, probably stop if the restaurant's open and get some lunch. Huh, I went the wrong way. Take a left here, or is it a right? I'm going to take a right. I'm going to overlook the lake. Mormon Lake. Right over my shoulder is Mormon Lake. As you see right over there, there is some water in here, and there were years that this was completely dry, but this was a pretty good sized lake. Oh, through the 70s anyway. I'm guessing somewhere in the 1980s or so it drained. They blame it on drought or whatever. I've heard people say that they think there was some type of a geologic fissure that opened up, or a lava tube, since right over that way is San Francisco Peaks. Maybe a lava tube opened up, but there's a road that goes all the way around the lake and horseshoes. Right behind us, directly behind us, is Forest Highway 3. And that collection of buildings that's over there, that's Mormon Lake Village. So Mormon Lake Village is a nice little respite. There's a restaurant there. I don't know if they do rooms anymore or not, but there's a couple campgrounds. There's dispersed camping nearby. There's a gas station, like a small convenience store, and a restaurant. Plus there's a rodeo and a couple other things there to bide your time at. So a neat little town. I'm going to try to stop by there, either get some lunch if the restaurant's open, or grab something out of the convenience store and sit at a picnic table. So I'll take a run over to Mormon Lake Village. All right. Reached Mormon Lake. Lots of off-road activity. Some nice trails around here too. Oh, they put some gates up. That sucks. Mormon Lake Lodge. We're going to run in and get some lunch if they're open, and show you a little bit of the inside if I can. It's kind of got a neat inside. They got it walled off a little bit. I don't know, it must be for the unpleasantness, but looked at the menu, should be all set to go. Not sure what the exact rules are, but I'm gonna let them tell me. But they have lots of movie posters. There's a grill over there. I'll show you lunch when it gets here. Well, I would have got some video of the meal, which was really good, but it went from 0 to wicked noisy in about 1.5 seconds, so didn't get anything in there. So we're going to jump back on and head out of here. Out to Forest Highway 3 and then heading home. Well, I hit all the legs I wanted to. There was a little bit more dirt that I could have used. Would take me closer to Flagstaff. However, that rocky road whooping my butt. So no more lakes anyway. So we got to see the couple, well, what was it, 3 or 4 of them, something like that. I'm happy if you're happy. Well, I appreciate you watching. Thanks for watching any and all of my videos. Please comment, subscribe, ding that bell, like and share. Adios.